Hi friends, welcome back to another episode of the Couch Crocheter. We are on episode 137. I'm making a toddler hat. Woohoo! Hi friends, welcome back to another episode of the Couch Crocheter. I'm up here tonight. I just shot the last video about the tic-tac-toe Halloween game board. It is supposed to be yucky weather for the next 3 to 4 days. So I thought while I was up here, I would go over with you a project that I was asked to make specifically. And I'll go over the details with you. So my honey, Matt, his sister's son, who it would be then Matt's nephew, he is turning 4 this Saturday. So we're having a get together up at Carly's house, which is, you know, the mom, for his birthday. So Matt had requested that I make Dawson, who is in love with Blue's Clues, a hat as the blue dog. And I know that is copywritten, so I'm just calling it a blue dog. So I did not search for a pattern because I didn't think I would find anything that was close because it is copywritten, you know, yada yada. The royalties of, you know, the blue dog. So I am winging it. And I have it in this project bag. It is a Vera Bradley. Instead of my bag o' shame Target bags, I now have a Vera Bradley bag o' shame. Okay, so I did not come up here last night. I chose to stay home. I wasn't feeling well. I needed to recoup from, you know, this last week. There's, you know, my grandmom who passed, and then my car went into the shop 2 weeks ago, and we've been waiting for it to get fixed. We went in with a brake issue. It came out with a new gas filter because it was a gas leak at that seal where the filter goes. New hoses, and he explained that there was a issue with the brakes, but he thought that he fixed it. So on the way to my grandmom's, my Gram's funeral, the brakes completely just started grinding again. So I parked it and I didn't worry about it for the rest of the day. After everything was over, we drove back, and then I drove it all the way home, which was an hour and 20 minutes. So we called his uncle. Now keep in mind, you know, I did just get out of the shop. He inspected it, which, you know, makes me think that he did look at the brakes, and he looked at, you know, the rotors and the pads and measured them and the tires and the, you know, the normal stuff that they do for inspection. Oh, and that's another thing he replaced. One of the back bulbs was out. So he replaced the back bulb. So I think that, you know, everything's great. So I go to call, well, Matt calls his uncle. Now, his uncle usually works on our cars, but his uncle got hurt, so he took it to somebody else that, you know, he does trust, but he's got some kids working for him, and, you know, maybe that's not working out so well. So we called the uncle, and we're like, listen, we just got this car back out of the shop. It didn't even last us 2 days. We broke down again on the way to, you know, my grandmother's funeral, and I was really fit to be tied. I'm like, we just got it out of the shop for a brake issue that I took it in for, and I have a brake issue again. I'm a little upset. So his uncle ended up coming over, taking off both the front tires to find out that there was nothing left of the brake pad on the driver's side front brakes. And he's a little deterred because he feels like that tire was never taken off and it was never truly looked at. So Matt and his uncle ended up changing both front brakes, both front rotors. The car is working great now. So then it was like, you know, grandma passes, car breaks down. Well, car breaks down, grandma passes, I get car back, breaks down again, I get car back, but it's running great now. And I also have other good news, nothing to do with, you know, this hat that I'm making of the blue dog, but I got a job. I start December 3rd. Now, it is only until April for the tax season. I am going to be working for an accounting firm. But after that, I do believe that I already have something else lined up from another connection that I have in my life. So we'll see how that goes. But I did get a job. So things have just been, you know, a little weird. So this Saturday, I don't even know how I got on that tangent. Oh, why I wasn't here last night. I just needed to rest. I needed a night to stay at home with my fur babies, clean up my house because we haven't done anything like in a whole week. Like I usually sweep my floors every day and like wipe everything down. I didn't do any of that. So I took a day to clean my house and just relax in my t-shirt and undies and laid in bed with my fur babies, and it was wonderful. I took a nap whenever I wanted to. We ordered pizza. I had ice cream. It was a great day yesterday. So I did not come into headquarters last night. So Matt asked me while we were up at his sister's on Saturday to make him this blue dog hat, and I'm like, no problem. So I asked Matt to come up here this morning and pick out a light blue yarn and then a dark blue yarn. So what Matt picked out, and I'm completely content and happy about. The other one is at home still, but I have an example right here and the brand. So, you know, we'll be all right. So the first one he picked out is a Stare-on. Oh my goodness. I don't even know what that is. What's a Stare-on? I don't even know how I came up with Stare-on with this. Guys, it's been a week, okay? Ay. It is Studio Classic by Nicole Stare-on. How did I even? So it is 100% acrylic, approximately 372 yards, 340 meters, or 200 grams to be 7 ounces. It is a 4 medium weight yarn. The hook recommended size is a 5.5 millimeter USI. The needle size is a 5 millimeter or US 8. Machine washable, do not bleach, iron low, tumble dry, low heat. And this is called Bright Blue, and it is made in Turkey. And then the other color he picked out was Handmade Modern Worsted Yarn, 100% acrylic, 219 yards, 200 meters, 3.5 ounces, or 100 grams. And I believe that the color he picked out was Midnight, and it looks like this. So those are the 2 colors that Matt picked out. So I asked him also while he was up here, because I know I did not have one, to pick up an H or a 5 millimeter hook, because I knew that's what I wanted to do it in. Again, I completely wung everything that I've done so far. The hat part I wung. The one ear I wung. I have to make another ear, and then, you know, the dots for him, and then eyes, and I think he has a nose. And I don't know if I'm going to stick out a little tongue yet on like the ridge of the hat. I don't know. We'll see about that. So I will insert a picture here of, and I think I only took one of the hat and the ear together. So I'll insert the picture here of them both together. Now, the hat I did working in the round. No, I did slip stitch to join on the hat. I lie. I slip stitched to join on the hat. And I don't remember the exact pattern. I think I started with 6 and then 2 doubles in it. And then I did 1 double in the 1 stitch and then 2 in the next. And then 2 doubles in 2 stitches and then 2 in the next. 1 double in 3 stitches and then 2 in the next. 1 double... Nope. And then I repeated. Nope. And then I stopped there. I stopped increasing there. And then I just did the same amounts in the round. To do these little ear flaps here. Oh, here it is live. And I know I have to tuck this in yet. But here it is live. And to do the ear flaps, I just folded it in half. Counted 22 stitches this way, 20 stitches this way. Then it left me with 8 in the middle. So then these are singles. So then I did 8, 8, 6, 6, 4, no, 8, 8, 8, 6, 6, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's how I made these ear flaps. And then, you know, I made the stitch markers on the other side of these 2 to make sure that this was 22 stitches and this was 19. I do want it a little, you know, bigger in the front because I wanted a little leaned back on him with the ear flaps. I am going to attach the dark blue and the light blue braids here, you know, just a braid so they can tie it. So the hat part is complete. Oh, and I asked Carly for one of his hats that fits him now just until Saturday so I can measure the size. It measured out perfect. I actually made it too wide. I went 4 singles in 4 stitches and then 2 in the next, and it ended up being too wide. So then I ripped that out and I just stuck with the last row being 3 singles in 3 stitches and then 2 and then 3 and then 2 and then 3 and then 2. Okay, so the ear. I completely wung the ear. I wung it so much that I actually had to write down what I wung for the second ear. So it is not stuffed yet, but here's the second, or here's the first ear. Now I know that his ear in, you know, on TV, the blue dog's ear is not shaped like this, but that's okay. I think he's going to love it. I am going to stuff it a little bit because this is going to be flat. This is actually going to attach to, hold on, let me put this the other way. It's going to attach to row 3. So what do we have here? 1, 2, 3. So it'll attach to row 3, like right there. But of course, I don't know what you guys are looking at. I only know what I'm looking at here. So I think I'm going to stuff it from like here, make it really, really thin, and then put a little bit down here. So I have to make another ear. Then I have to make his eyes, his pupils, and then the outside of his eyes are white. And then I have to crochet some kind of nose, because I do believe it's like a triangle nose. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spots, I think. Might be 6. And then, like I said, I don't know if I'm going to do a little tongue sticking out or not. I don't think I am, but we'll see. So that's what I'm working on. I have until Saturday to finish it. We will be going up to his party on Saturday, but I don't know if I'll be up here to do another video before then because of this weather that's supposed to be coming in. If we don't have to drive, I don't want to. The Subaru is still down. That's the car that has the all-wheel drive. We are driving the Buick. That one does okay in the snow. I do have new tires on it, but I just don't want to chance it. Like right now, that is our only running car. So I just don't want to come up here and chance it if we're supposed to have this yucky weather that might be coming through. Might or might not be. You know, the weatherman's never right. I feel like lawyers and weather people are the only ones that get paid buco bucks to fib every day. Just in my opinion, and I hope that was funny. If there's any lawyers out there, I'm sorry if you're offended. Or any weather people that might watch me. I'm sorry if you're offended about that too. It is a joke. Please take that lightly. Guys, I think I'm going to end with a Melody B tie reading on this one. I haven't done her in a while. So I'm just going to go where I think I left off. And if I didn't leave off here, I'm sorry. Feel free to correct me down in the comments. I believe we are on 26. February 26th. And again, not again, you know, it's been a while. This is Melody B tie, Journey to the Heart, Daily Meditations on the Path of Freeing Your Soul. I reached Wyoming's Yellowstone Park later than I had planned. The park was sprawling. I wasn't certain how to find the lodge. I couldn't find anyone to ask for help or directions. Tired and exhausted, I couldn't make sense of the map. I found myself driving around and around, becoming more and more frantic. Suddenly, beyond the treetops, I spotted a bright light. Good, I thought. It must be the lodge. I drove a little further, then stopped the car and stared in awe. What I saw stilled my heart and calmed my frantic pace. Above Yellowstone Lake, nestled between two mountain peaks, glowed a huge white full moon, the largest I'd ever seen. The pines stood guard, quiet and still. A light layer of snow and ice frosted the lake's surface. I pulled to the side of the road and watched the moon set. It was the single most beautiful, breathtaking scene of this journey thus far. I would never have seen this scene in the daytime. I would have never seen this moon that I had gotten had I not gotten lost. I would never have seen it had it not been this particular time of the night. So maybe I'm not lost, I thought. And maybe I'm not late. Maybe what I'm really doing is taking a beautiful evening drive. When you're lost, when the way gets dark, sometimes we see things we never would have seen in the daylight. Sometimes the lessons we learn in the darkness are breathtakingly beautiful. Enjoy the sunshine, but trust the darkness too. It is more than to be endeavored. It is to be experienced and later cherished. That is all I have for you tonight, friends. Thank you so much for stopping by. Be safe and stay groovy. Bye.